After chasing the bag and finally finding it, I realized it didn't bring the happiness I was hoping for. Instead, I became more miserable. As they say, it's a bit lonely up there. I often travel to the village. I looked at the people who live simpler lives and I realized just how happy they were. That's the moment I realized just how happy people could be in their small spaces, living just simple lives without complicating anything. I started to appreciate the priceless, simple life, the slow life, a life where I would just wake up, feed my chicken, tend to my garden, grow my own food, and have more time for rest. That's when I took that leap of faith and relocated fully to the village. And I've never regretted being part of this slow life community. A life where we get to live and not chase the bag that doesn't bring us happiness. Instead of paying for therapy sessions, I get my therapy from gardening. If you do gardening, you know just how relaxing and fulfilling gardening can be. Watching your plants grow from seed to harvest can be so therapeutic. And the thing about being a constant gardener is there's always something to harvest, thus reducing our costs of grocery. So instead of chasing the bag to meet our daily needs, we get more time to rest and to live. Many of us fail to live because we are always chasing something, chasing money, chasing a life that we think will bring us happiness, yet we end up being more miserable. I love the sense of community here. We do most of the things together. Our children play together, we work together, we chat together, and we have plenty of time to bond as a community. In whatever you're doing, building a house, working on your farm, someone will always lend a hand. And I think this is a great life. I don't know about yours, but this makes me so happy and fulfilled. Like everyone else making a change in their lives, I was scared when I was moving to the village. I wondered if I could ever make a life here, a happy life that is. I wanted to live a convenient life, with the supermarkets nearby, with the clubs nearby where I could go party whenever I wanted to, because I thought that was all about happiness, partying, and just having a good time with friends. My coming here has made me realize there's more to life than just the parties. There are many ways to make your life interesting without involving others. We should never peg our happiness on humans. Humans are mortals and one day they will leave us. I think it's better to create your own heaven, your own happiness wherever you are. And the simpler, the better. I have found many interesting things to do to replace my first life. Things that nourish my heart and soul. These days, I get time to read a book without interference, without many phone calls to distract me, and without friends going clubbing when I don't want to miss out. And living with nature has perfected that. There's a lot of nature around me, and I've started to appreciate things like watching birds. And I've realized just how interesting it is watching how birds behave, how they are building their nests. And sometimes they get into fights, just like humans. And I've realized we are not any different from the wildlife around us. Let me tell you a story about Pepper. Some months back, before I grew my own chili, I used to pick chili from my neighbor. She had lots of them, yet she did not use them. So the birds were always eating them. So I would go pick some and keep for some time before I went back for more. But humans are really funny. One day as I went to pick the chilies as usual, I found the tree cut. I was so disappointed. I just didn't know it angered my neighbor to be picking her chilies, yet she didn't use them. Maybe she just hated seeing me around her house. Then I grew my chili, my own pepper, and it's doing so well. I have extra even to store. You're probably wondering why I had to use the mortar and the pestle to pound the chili, yet I could just have it blended and have my chili powder. It's because I have plenty of time, and these times I really enjoy taking the long cuts. The shortcuts are no longer working for me. I want to take the long route to doing things because I have so much time in my hands. Time to relax and time to get to live. Sometimes I think God saw my tears and decided to give me a good harvest of chili. I have lots of chili in the garden and they are ripe like every day. I'm picking lots of chilies I can hardly finish. And I thank God for that. If my mean neighbor came to ask for some, I think I would give her so much. Maybe you should send a message to her that these things are God-given and anyone willing to have them can have them. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been really amazing and thank you all for the support. I'll see you in the next. Bye bye.